friends, it's Celina with the Tapestry of the Unseen, and today I am doing a tag. I love tags, and the beautiful Celina from Essence of the Moon tagged me in a tag she just did. It is, sorry, I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. It's a VR Halfway to Halloween 2025. Her channel is Essence of the Moon, and the hashtag is Halfway to Halloween 2025. And I'll put her channel link in the description, as well as the original channel that created the tag, I believe. And yeah, so there is, let me see, 9 prompts, I believe. And let's start here. And then while I'm talking about the different prompts, I thought I'd just bring over this deck. I got this deck on Amazon, Path of Shadows Oracle cards. So I'm just gonna flip through it as I'm talking about each prompt. So these are the backs, and this is the front as I am talking. Okay, so the first prompt, are you a fan of haunted houses? The answer is hell no. Like, no way. You gotta drag me in there. You got to drag me in there, because I will not go near one of those haunted houses that they have for Halloween. Because if I have anybody jumps out at me, a zombie or anything, I will mace them and then run out. So no way, no way. Now, I did go to this, I'm in Arizona, so there is a haunted town here in Arizona. It's called Jerome, Arizona. And there's a hotel, it's called the Jerome Grand Hotel. And I believe that before that, though, it was a hospital. And they had copper mines there. So at one point, I don't know if it was somewhere in the 1920s or something, there were a lot of people. There was like around 10,000 people that lived in that town. But the mines did close down, and then there was maybe 100 people in the town. But anyways, I guess there was a lot of people that died, in the mines, and then at this hospital. And there were some deaths, I think, that were very mysterious as well. So I went to this haunted hotel. Just somebody dragged me, but not to stay there, because no way. They have a restaurant there. I believe it's called the Asylum. This was years ago, maybe 15 years ago. I don't even remember. So they have a hotel there. A restaurant there, Asylum. So I went there, and I am very sensitive towards energies and towards seeing spirits. And so I definitely could feel some energy, especially when I had to go to the bathroom and I just couldn't hold it. I was trying to hold it till after dinner, but I had to. Well, when I went into that bathroom, there was just some really dark and heavy energy. So, yeah, I will not go to any haunted museum like Celina went. No. I have had some really, there's been an encounter with a being or spirit that was a dark spirit. So that was very scary. But let me tell you, I'm like I am nice, but I will fight. I fought that spirit. Nobody's getting me. So, yeah, I will not put myself into that situation. So, on haunted houses, no thanks. I do like Victorian Gothic, like that Gothic aesthetic, but not like scary, freaky stuff. And I'm total wimp for scary movies. We'll get to that when we get to that. But yeah. So no. I'm not going to any haunted house. And then the next prompt, number 2, is, what's your favorite ghost story or haunted lore? So I would say, because I'm very sensitive towards energies and stuff, even when I was a child. So I don't like scary movies at all. I don't read scary books either. I read books that are mysteries and supernatural and suspenseful, but not anything like, what is it? Like Freddy Krueger or like the Mike Myers. Like Celina, I saw that Mike Myers mask. If my husband brought that home, I would put that in the dumpster like straight away and burn it. So I'm like, no, it would be like, so yeah. What was I saying? I lost my train of thought. You guys always get me at night when I'm just like feel like I've been run over by a truck. Like I'm ready for bed. So, my favorite ghost stories. Okay, I got sidetracked. Okay, so let's see. The thing I remember the most, I guess, is when I was a child. I mean, actually, throughout all years, till we were like, in our teens, and even afterwards we would go. But both of my parents are from Mexico. They both were born there. And so we would go to Mexico twice a year, sometimes 3 times a year. And, my mother and father both are from big families. And we didn't really hang out with my father's side of the family because they were a lot older than we were, because my father was 20 years older than my mother. So, oops, I forgot to flip through these. Look at this little toad. Cute. But we were at my mother's side of the family most of the time. And so I don't remember if it was 12 brothers and sisters. So everybody would gather at my grandmother's house. And so there was I have a lot of cousins, and we were just like, in the States, my parents wouldn't let me they were very strict. But when we were in Mexico, the whole neighborhood, everybody knew each other. They all grew up together, and it was like a huge family. They all knew each other. I would go into a little store and they'd be like, oh, your mother must be Esperanza, and you look just like her. And I'm like, how does this person know me? How does she know my mom? Everybody kind of knew each other and stuff. So, so we used to be free. It was so much fun. We used to be all wild and free. We used to not want to ever come back inside. And so our parents would scare us to get us back inside. So they would tell us that the La Llorona was going to get us, which is this mythical lore, a woman who, I'm sure you guys have heard of her. She drowned her children. So this woman was basically, they would say, ven, te van a agarrar la Llorona, the Llorona's gonna come and get you. And so we would just be like, oh, we'd start screaming, we'd run. So it would go in cycles. So it'd either be La Llorona, or it would be El Cucuy, which is that's the only way they can get us inside. Or El Viejo, the old man. Which would be like, ahí viene el viejo. They said, there's the old man. He's coming to get you. So they'd have to scare the shit out of us to get us to run inside, to come back inside. Otherwise, we would just forget it. We'd never come in. So those are the ones I remember. You know, we'd come in screaming. You know, like scaring your kids with that stuff. But so yeah, I remember that. And let's see, what is the next prompt? Let's see here. What's your favorite? Okay, no, do you plan to do Halloween decor shopping this year? Let's see. I don't really plan for that. But if I do see something that I like things that are adorable, spooky adorable. I guess, like the little boo tarot. You know, I like things like that. Although I do get some stuff that, nah. But I mean, I don't really consider like that gothic aesthetic spooky. I mean, it's like, I don't know, maybe it is kind of spooky, but there's no like, you know, like Freddy Krueger or like some, you know, monster or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, so I do love little ghosts, and maybe if there's like a cute little goblin, you know, like a little goblin ghost thing, little figurines, so I can put on my reading table, you know. But only if I see it. Now, if I did have free time, I would really love to customize some dolls and make them into like little goblins, and like an Elphaba, my own Elphaba doll, you know, from the Wizard of Oz. That would be fun, but you know, I doubt I will have any free time to do that. So yeah, if I see something that I like, you know, like if it's a tarot deck or something that I like, yes. But otherwise, there's nothing that I'm planning to get. Although I do love Celina's little Halloween village. It's really adorable. Let's see. The next prompt is, 4, candy corn. Love it or hate it? It's terrible. I can't handle it. It's like just sugar that's been melted. It's the worst. Sorry if anybody likes it. You know what? Just give me chocolate, okay? Just give me the good stuff. Chocolate in any shape, you know. It can be in an eyeball shape, in a little monster shape. All chocolate all the way. None of that like candy corn. Let's see. Now, are you big into costumes? Okay, so this is number 5 prompt. Are you big into costumes and dressing up for Halloween? If so, what's your favorite costume of all time? Now, yes, I love costumes. Love, love, love costumes. I always used to dress up. I haven't in years because I've just been so busy and, you know, with, you know, responsibilities. It's like, you're not as free. But like back in the day, you know, in my 20s or in my 30s, before like I was married and stuff, oh my goodness, I would go to Halloween parties. And so I loved getting together with friends and Halloween parties. We'd all dress up and stuff, and we would have, you know, at a friend's house, a big Halloween party, and the whole house would be decorated, and we'd have all these like cool things, you know, that we would make, and we would play like all kinds of different games. And I think my favorite costume, so I do love costumes. My favorite costume was, at the time I had my sweet Marcella. She was one of my chows, and she passed now. But she was a beautiful red chow. And she would come to parties with me all the time. She would come everywhere with me. I'd take her to house parties, and everybody knew her, you know. It was just like, I was single, like in my 20s, and I had, you know, my dog. And so I would take her to parties and stuff. So for Halloween one year, I dressed up as, you know, Little Red Riding Hood. And I dressed her up as the granny the wolf in a granny costume. So like the wig and, you know, the little granny outfit. And I took her to a Halloween party with me. So that was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And so that was my favorite. And I just love my baby girl. She's in heaven now with my other babies. So that was my favorite Halloween costume. Now let's see. The next prompt is, what is one activity or experience that is on your spooky season bucket list? Or, yeah, bucket list for this year. I haven't really thought about it, but Halloween time is so much fun, and it just feels like, I mean, I always feel like I never really grew up. I never grew up. My husband always tells me, like, you never grew up, did you? So I just love it because it's just fun. There's always some kind of like cool like show or movie or something. Now, don't get me wrong. I guess we'll get to that. Did we get to that prompt yet or no? Not yet. But there's no really activity that, besides maybe doing, I don't know, a cool Halloween tag, because I love doing tags, and Halloween tags will be a lot of fun. Yeah, that's the only thing. I can't think of anything else. And then, okay, so number 7, what book series or movie screams Halloween to you? Well, let's see. Mine will be different probably from some other people, but I will have to say, so movies like Practical Magic, The Craft, of course, Hocus Pocus, Nightmare Before Christmas, Beetlejuice. Those are all my faves. Let me see. And of course, let's see, like the TV show Supernatural, the TV show Charm, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Those are the stuff that I like. So I do love supernatural, mystery, stuff like that. It just can't be any like real scary stuff, because then I won't be able to sleep. So what else? Yeah, things like that. And then, excuse me. Okay, let me show you another deck. We can flip through while I'm finishing up. This is the Blood Moon Oracle cards. I got these on Temu. They're very, very thin, but I really liked them. So we'll flip through these. Okay. I hate spiders, but so let me see here. What was I saying? Oh, so books. Okay, so for books, I like that give me like that Halloween vibe. Would be, one is, what is it called? I should have, didn't I write it down? It's like the 24-hour mart. Wait, isn't that what it's called? Oh, 24/7 Demon Mart. And it's a funny book. And it's like a young guy who, he's working on a mart, and he doesn't realize that there's a portal in the mart. Anyways, it's supernatural, and it's funny, and so that's really fun. I'll put a picture up and maybe like a little description. Another series that I love, and none of these books are serious books, like, you know, Edgar Allan Poe or anything like that. These are just like books that I love to like escape my stressful life. You know what I mean? Like, they're just fun and Halloweeny, I guess, for me. The other one I like is called the Eileen Travers series. And the first book, I'll put a picture of the first book because I can't remember what it's called, but the author is T.A. White. The author for the 24/7 Demon Mart is D.M. Guay, G-U-A-Y. And this is, I think the first book is called Shadow Messenger, but there's like a lot of them. I think there's maybe 9 or 10, and I've read them all and I love them. So it's about this, you know, this girl, she's been partying and stuff, and she wakes up in a morgue, and turns out she wakes up with fangs and stuff, so she's a vampire. And she becomes like a courier for the supernatural world. I don't know, it's really funny and fun. I really like the character. So those are the books that I can think of. Anything vampire and witchy, but it has to be like a monster with a heart. Or it has to be like, have somebody like that's gonna beat the monster because they have some kind of supernatural power. Oops, I forgot to flip through these. So yeah, and then let's see here. What is the next? Oh, how do you, okay, so this is number 8. How do you typically spend your Halloween night? Well, before I was married, I would be hanging out with friends and going to Halloween, like, house parties, with Halloween house parties. Nowadays, I'm like more of a little hermit, and I kind of been at home just listening to a good book or watching like a movie or show that I like. Yeah. And then number 9, what does Halloween mean to you? Halloween is a time where I feel like I can just be, well, I always feel like I can just be myself. My quirky self. I guess, you know, a time where everybody is kind of excited and just fun, but also, I mean, a more serious, you know, it's a time where the veil to the other side is thinner. And so it's easier to communicate with the other side as well, with our ancestors that have passed. And so that's another aspect. So it's one of my favorite holidays. Although I have to admit, I like all of them. Any holiday to celebrate is a good time. But I do like this one. Everybody is in a good mood and it's fun. Halloween is just a time where it seems like everybody is excited. Also, it's a fall, which is my favorite time of year, fall and winter. I don't know, I really love it. And yeah. So this, let's see here. This was the Halfway to Halloween 2025 VR tag. And I will put the hashtag and the details and all the prompts in the description. And I hope you guys will try it. And if you don't have a YouTube channel, you know, just use your phone. That's what I use. I just use my phone, you know, and just film it. That's all you need. Or you can just put it in the comments. That's cool too. And, you know, we can just chat about it there. And I'm tagging everybody, everybody that's on, subscribe to me, and everybody who I've ever talked to on YouTube. Please do the tag and join in the fun. So I would love to hear your answers, and thank you so much, Celina, for tagging me in this tag. This was fun to do. Thank you guys for hanging out. This was fun. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys soon.